Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. This is Jew Empires in the kitchen. Guys, I know, I believe you are seeing what is there. Join me as you get the ingredients. Okay, the ingredients I use, you look very well. You can see my meat and my fish, my oil, after that my bitter leaf, my Maggi, salt, pepper. I use two types of pepper. I use the red grounded pepper and I also use the Cotonou black pepper. Then that is my Maggi. This is my salt and I also added onions. And meanwhile, this is my okra. You can see very well the okra is on bigger shape. I have the reason why I cut it. I slice it on a bigger shape. You know, I'm adding onions to my okra soup. Some people say that I don't like adding onions, but me, I like adding onions because onions gives it more better aroma. You understand? And I use a very good red oil. Despite that I'm using red oil does not mean that maybe when I finish making the soup it's going to look totally red. No, you have to know the length of you boiling it. Now, this is my okra. Before I slice my okra, I have to wash it thoroughly. I wash it with salt. I added salt to it because I want the salt to help me break the stain that is like gum to the body of the okra. Salt will help you break every barrier, as in every germs and bacteria that is stick to your okra body, maybe from the transportation to maybe to the marketplaces, and you know different hands has been touching it. You don't know the location where they brought it from. So you using salt to wash your okra will really helps you a lot to break germs that maybe that have as like those germs that has been like stick to the body of the okra. It helps you to break those germs. So after I finish using the salt on it, I have to like get it back to the water. You understand? I get it back to the water and I have to rest it again. Even before I added my salt on my okra, I first of all pour it into the water for the body to be soaked. Not that I pour the salt into the water, no. After I wet the okra before I added the salt, and after then I have to also pour it back to water to rest it, which means I use two water, as in I rest it twice. After then I put it back to my sieve. Then the next one, now I want to show you how I did my slicing. I want to show you how I did my slicing. There's a next step now. So my slicing is the next step now. So let's watch so that we'll see the way I do my slicing. There's a stage, you can see. I already slice it now. As in, I slice a bit to show you guys. You can see how the size is. The size is so big, you know, because the reason why I like doing it this way, so that if the soup is going to stay for some days, so that the whole okra will not just melt. Because there are some soup when you see them, maybe when they have stayed for some 2 days, 3 days, you begin to notice that the soup is just like so smooth. You won't even see the particles of the okra anymore. The thing will look so irritating. Sometimes it looks, to me, it's somehow it irritates me because I don't like when I see okra soup so smooth. So cutting it like this will help the okra to stay at least in a show face, as like the okra you'll be seeing it on inside your soup is going to be like show face. You understand? So that's why I like slicing it in a bigger particles, as like I want it to be in a bigger particles, in case no amount of maybe like if the soup stay for 3 days 4 days, it's not going to be like too smooth. So that is the part here. So I'm going to continue my slicing. You can see I continue my slicing. You can see the way I'm slicing it. You see it is not, I didn't slice it in the smaller particles. I continue with my slicing. So after I'm done with my slicing, you can see my bitter leaf. I have to watch my bitter leaf, and this bitter leaf is a very, as in this one is a dried bitter leaf. It wasn't just those small one, or maybe it wasn't just the small one. This is a, as in like I dried my bitter leaf, then I have to like, after watching it, what I did is that I have to use knife to slice the bitter leaf before the next step. The reason why I use the knife so that the bitter leaf will not be too long inside the soup. So the next step is the cooking. Now, this is my meat water. I just added my oil. I allowed it to boil for some time. This water is meat water and the water I wanted to use. Now it boiled. I added my salt. After adding my salt, I bring my pepper, my maggi and other things. I added it. After I finish adding those things, I allow it to boil for a bit. Then the next thing I did, I have to bring my meat, and I added my meat and my fish, and I have to stir it for a while. Allow it to boil and boil. Then later I covered it to boil for some time so that the meat will get more soft. You understand? You see it now, it's still boiling. I added my bitter leaf and I have to turn it because I want bitter leaf to be a little bit bitter. I want it to be a little bit bitter, and even slicing it will make it to be bitter too, but not much. Then later much, I added my okra. You can see the okra. You can see the okra. These particles are so big. You can see it. And I added my onions. Remember, I added my onions and my okra the same time to avoid it not to be too soft. I added my onions and my okra the same time. So the two of them will go together. You see, after that, I turn the food for some, as in I have to mix it together. You can see now everything has boiled together like 30 minutes. The food is almost ready, and you can see the final stage is so yummy, 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 yummy. So yummy, 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 very, very yummy. You can see the apple. What do you think? So guys, you're welcome. Please don't forget to join me on my next delicacy, my next I can't even tell you what's going to be the next, but all you have to do is just get ready. Click notification bell button. If you're watching me from Facebook or you're watching me from my YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe and don't forget to click like, because the next one God, I won't tell you, but you need to see it.